This show is a part of Pop Americana. For more great shows like this one, please check the link in the episode description. This show is a part of Pop Americana. For more great shows like this one, please check the link in the episode description. Cartoons, the animated frontier. These are the voyages of the Cellcast podcast. Its continuing mission to explore strange new cartoons, to seek out new animation styles and new creative storytelling methods, to boldly go where so few ever go again.
Great. Am I wrong? Okay. This podcast is a part of Christian Geek Central Network. Wrong.
Hey, Scoop, what are you doing, man?
I don't know. I'm supposed to be reading an ad.
All right, hold on. Give me it.
Okay.
All right, this podcast is part of the Christian Geek Central Network at ChristianGeekCentral.com.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Cellcast.
The animated series.
Joining me today is a man who just isn't feeling the love lately, Jacob.
I don't know what to say about that. Why, thank you. I'd like to introduce our co-host. A man is a little hoof at a step. Welcome, Drew.
How are you doing today, Jacob?
Man, I'm doing well.
So, of course, ladies and gentlemen, we are still working our way through Tangled, the series. We are on Season 1, Episode 14, Max's Enemy. First aired on October 15th, 2017. It was directed by Joe O, with story by Katie Matilla, and the script was written by David Schiff. Summary is as follows. Maximus is jealous when a new horse called Axel comes to Corona and steals his popularity, only to suspect he is up to something. Trivia for this episode, Cassandra's only has a non-speaking role in this episode during Max's nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
I just got that nightmare.
Yeah.
Anyway. And Axel... this is the first appearance of Lady Kane, played by Laura Benet, since Before Ever After.
Okay.
So what did you think of this episode?
Man, all right. So what do I think about this particular episode? It was fun. It was. I like it. They gave. I like it. They gave Maximus actually a spotlight episode.
Mm-hmm.
It was fun. It was definitely how he would figure things out and his, detective horse mind, and definitely how Rapunzel just has to help in some capacity, like she always does. And it was a good episode. I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. It was the who did it, and Maximus kind of being wary to be like, hey, this is horse, maybe something else.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. It wasn't the breakout episode the other episodes we'll get into, but
Yeah.
it was a good episode.
Yeah. It was an enjoyable episode. It was a fun side story to everything, because really this entire show so far, Max has not really gotten much of the spotlight.
He hasn't.
And giving him the spotlight for this episode really, helps cement him as a character, because he is still a major character in Tangled.
Yeah.
And it's kind of weird that he's been kind of sidelined for most of it. I guess part of it's just because, he doesn't really have a speaking role, but he is still a major character.
Right.
So it is nice we get this episode devoted directly to him, and I thought it was handled very well. Of course, every time I see the word Axel, my brain goes to Kingdom Hearts.
Of course.
And I just kept expecting, I don't know, in my mind, every time they showed his name being Axel, I thought, got it memorized.
Yeah, I do.
Also, I love the combination of Max's and Axel's name. Maximilian.
That was a good one.
Funny.
That was a good one. Oh, and then we get Lady Kane, her return.
Yes.
I know later on, her story does play a little bit more into what further on in the series. I'm not sure if it's season 1 or season 2, but it does play a more significant part.
Mm-hmm.
No spoilers down in the comment section, please. But yeah, it was a great episode. Great episode. Nice spotlight episode for Maximus.
Mm-hmm.
And definitely deserved a few more apples for this one.
I agree. Boy, this is a short one.
That is a short one.
I I want to talk more about it, but really, there's not much more to talk about other than it's a great episode. You should go watch it. It's fun. Yeah. So I guess that brings us to the end of this one. So join us next time for Season 1, Episode 15, The Way of the Willow. Come, Jacob, we must prepare for next week.
Prepare for what, Drew?
The same thing we do every week, Jacob. Record a podcast!
Oh, boy.
Come, Jacob, we must prepare for next week.
Prepare for what, Drew?
The same thing we do every week, Jacob. Record a podcast!
Oh, boy.
So where can they find you, Jacob?
You can find me on Facebook at Jacob B. Heron, also on Facebook at Jacob's Daily Art Corner, where I try to draw each and every day. I don't get to it as often as I like, but join me there. Also, you can find me on Instagram at Jacob B. Heron, on Twitter at Jacob Heron, and Letterboxd at Jacob Heron. So where can they find you, Drew?
You can also follow me on Letterboxd at ggeorge759, Facebook as Drew Dodgen, my Facebook page where you can see pictures I've taken at Drew's Photo Bin. You can also follow me on Twitter at ggeorge759.
You can email us at thecellcastpodcast@gmail.com.
You can also follow us on Twitter at cast_cell.
You can follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/thecellcastgaming.
You can also follow us on YouTube at Cellcast.
Listen to our podcast on Apple Podcasts,
Google Play Podcasts,
Stitcher,
Spotify,
and your favorite podcast directory.
You can also listen to us on the Movie of the Week podcast with Jim Heron, where we talk about live-action movies. And remember, Cell is a single L.